Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
Hi guys, I'm Anastasia Halls, better known as Coach Ace.
And welcome to Ace and Rich Freedom by Design. Today is Personal Development Day, and we're going to be talking about Bob Proctor today. Are you excited today? Because I'm excited about it.
I'm excited because it's all about the mind.
Mindset.
It's all about the mind.
All about the mindset,
That's
guys.
That's it, the mindset.
Believe it or not, your mind is what keeps you stuck with your success in your life, in your business, and everything that you do. Okay? So let me find out who is on the live before we get the content going. Let's see. Hey, Tracy Lee, what's happening? Lamar, Teresa, Joyce Jolly, Clinton Lloyd Richardson, what's happening, buddy?
What's up, Freedom
Let's
Warriors?
go over to Freedom Warriors on the YouTube. Let's see here. Okay. Tina Brewer, David Toomey, Diane Robin, what's happening? And now they're piling on. Awesome, 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 guys. So today, guys, is all about one of my favorite personal development speakers, which is Bob Proctor.
Uncle Bob.
I love Bob Proctor,
We call
guys.
him Uncle Bob.
Yeah, Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob, okay. Bob Proctor is one of the amazing mentors in my life that really woke me up and really taught me why the mind thinks by default, right? And, you know, I first discovered Bob Proctor through the movie The Secret. And then after that, I researched, like, all his stuff. And I realized that, you know, he was really a student of the law of attraction, Think and Grow Rich, the science of getting rich from Wallace D. Ruddles, and you know, Think and Grow Rich, the famous book by Napoleon
Hill, yes.
You know, and I dug a little deeper and I found out more about him. And one of my favorite seminars that I saw from him was The Science of Getting Rich. Man,
Yes.
that really just hit home with me.
Yes,
Because
yes.
it talked about why the mind does what it does. We are so trapped in this mental prison that I talk about all the time because our mind always falls into default. It always falls into this area of, like, you know, it's like frozen, and we feel like we can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You ever
Yes,
feel like that?
yes,
You feel like
yes.
you can't do anything?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's just like a mental, you know, like shackles going on in your head, and you just can't get anywhere. It's because you're trapped in your own default of thoughts. Okay?
Yes.
And I've experienced this in the very beginning. You know, even in the past, you know, trying to achieve success, even when I was younger, even before, you know, in my 20s as well, you know, because I'm 50 right now. And in my 20s, I remember still trying to achieve success to the point when I was getting mentored by successful people. It was quite scary. You know, being that young, it was quite scary because I didn't really understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized when I hit my 30s, I was more intrigued, right? 40s, I was like, I took it more seriously, okay? And I decided to really make a change. I decided to literally say to myself, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go against all my thoughts, all my old default thoughts, all of my old way of thinking, all of my influences, all of the things that I've heard my whole life. I don't want to hear it anymore. I want to be able to hear things brand new from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So what I had to do is I had to unlearn all the old patterns.
Yes, he calls them paradigms.
Right, so
Yes.
my old paradigm, I had
Yes.
to learn, I had to relearn the new paradigm,
Mm-hmm.
at the same time unlearn the old stuff. So I had to completely empty my cup
Yes.
to be, you know, a student, you know? And I can tell you, like, this is why I love, like, when Bob Proctor speaks, I listen. I listen because he has a way of really cutting through the BS.
He really does.
He's the only one, in my opinion, that speaks about the law of attraction. And in other words, you got to get your ass moving.
Yeah, he does it better than anyone else because he
Yeah.
speaks in, like, real, you know, real terms. Like, you know, like you and I talk.
Yeah, yeah.
The language that he's using, the verbiage, is not something that's, like, super sophisticated type of language that goes over your head. He doesn't talk
I agree.
like
I
that.
agree with that. Yeah.
He
yeah.
uses the baby talk, but he talks like everybody is newbie. And I love that.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Bob Proctor is, you know, when he talks about law of attraction,
Mm-hmm.
he actually focuses on really talking about law of attraction in a way that is metaphysical,
Yes.
but has to tie in to movement of action.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And, you know, because energy begets energy, right?
Right.
So he believes in the medical physical world. I believe in the metaphysical world, okay? But I also believe that if you don't move physically, okay, it's not going to happen. Like
No.
if you really
Yeah.
don't take action,
Yeah.
You can't sit here and meditate and wish upon success because it's not going to happen.
No.
I've successfully meditated. I know what it feels like. Okay? It's a complete separation. It's complete numbness. It is really wild. Okay? You cannot attract success that way. You can't. That you can as far as 50%. But the other 50% is what are you doing after you meditate?
Right.
What kind of action steps are you taking to move forward so you are attracting the things that you're meditating about?
And that you are in alignment with what you want to attract.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is one of the things that I get so pumped up and so inspired about, because he's the only one that just keeps it real when it comes to law of attraction.
And boy, does he.
It's not about like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit in a room and wish for money just to fall off the sky. And the reality is, we all know that's BS. That's bullshit. It doesn't work.
Exactly.
One thing about the movie The Secret that kind of really pissed me off, I'm going to tell you guys, is that it made it seem like it was like a catalog. You open it up, the catalog, and you put your order in. Your wish is my command. That's what it was like, and I thought it was just such nonsense.
Yeah.
And Rhonda Byrne, she made a lot of money from that concept and that idea. It was, from a marketer standpoint, from a business standpoint, it was genius.
It was, and they made a lot of money from the book to the movie. Right.
And there's also inside stories about that. That's another video.
Right.
But I can tell you that when Bob Proctor speaks about, the law of attraction, he speaks about business with the law of attraction, but he also speaks about what are you going to do on a daily basis to take action.
Right. Bob takes it to a whole nother level because he even tells you, like, if you guys seen me in the movie The Secret, there's another part to it, and this is why his seminars and workshops are so important to go to, because he breaks it down, like, student study wise.
They're so great right now. He's got the Proctor Gallagher Institute, which is really, really good.
Yes.
I can tell you that I watched one of the latest trainings from that, and it's just another level, guys. Another level.
It's really good.
It explains the different parts of your paradigm, like your old paradigm, your new paradigm, your brain. Why does it get stuck, right? Like your money mindset, like your money, the reason why you're broke is because the old paradigm won't leave room in for the new paradigm to really have more abundance.
In fact, one of the methods that we use with coaching our clients and students, at that matter, is if we run into a client who's really stubborn-headed, somebody who's really stuck in the old school days, they, don't really want to grow, or maybe they're doing the same old paradigms and they don't quite understand, how to be successful, how to get in alignment with what they want to attract, and also stop pushing money away, stop pushing success away. One of the methods that Rich and I do is when we take them through a coaching session, we'll recommend Bob Proctor's The Science of Getting Rich is the actual seminar.
Absolutely.
And they will actually, for homework, have to watch it and then give us the, a bit-by-bit takeaway so that we know that they actually watch the videos and learn something from it, because what it does is it's going to eliminate the old paradigms that they've actually been thinking as far as all this time they were doing it their way. Now there's a new method of thinking, and these are the tools that you need to use that Bob shares with you so that you could actually start thinking better and start understanding how the mind works.
Exactly. Now think about this, guys. We talk about financial thermostats and everything, okay? And I'm going to ask you a quick question right now, and I need you guys to, participate. I need some engagement, and I need your honest, truthful answer, okay? I want to talk about financial thermostat right now with you guys. A financial thermostat, explain, what that is.
So your financial thermostat, when we talk about, what is your financial thermostat, and we ask you that question, basically your thermometer as far as your financial goal. Like, what is your realistic financial goal? So that is your financial thermostat. What are you trying to reach and achieve on a monthly, consistent basis? Like, what are you trying to do?
Let's keep it very simple. Yeah. Annual.
You want to make it annual?
Let's make it annual.
Let's keep it simple. Okay, so let's say annual. What do you need to make per year?
No, not what you need to make. What internally yourself.
Like that.
What do you believe that you're worth?
Okay, so you break it down
to have
that way,
your
then.
Freedom.
Yeah.
To literally have your freedom and never have to work a day in your life.
Oh, you want to go there?
Again.
And you say annually, I'm thinking like the other way around.
No, we're going annual today.
Okay, so what is your financial thermostat that's going to change your life completely that you would make per year? Let's see some numbers.
Let's see some numbers in the chat. And I want to see like some truthful numbers. I want to know exactly what you guys feel inside. Like what do you feel that you're worth a year?
How much are you worth a year? Diane Robin, Stephen Savoy, how you doing? What are you worth per year? Put it down there. Santo DeRose, what are you worth? David Toomey, what are you worth per year? Tina Brewer, what are you worth per year? Let's go. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look on Facebook. Go ahead. Don't be shy. What are you worth per year, guys? Joyce Jolly, what are you worth per year? Beedry McGuinn, what are you worth per year? Kristen Clegg, what are you worth per year? Teresa Morrison, what are you worth per year? Diane Hoverson, what are you worth per year?
What do you think you're worth?
What do you think you're worth?
See, money is a really difficult conversation for a lot of people.
Very.
And you got to break that barrier. That's the old paradigm. You got to step into the new paradigm.
Yes.
And tell yourself, what are you worth? That is your first step to success. You must ask yourself, which is a financial thermostat, what are you worth? What do you think you're worth? Mm-hmm. Very important.
This will be interesting because we're looking for something here.
Okay. Let's see, $100,000 a year, $250 million. I mean, 250,000.
That's 250,000.
Let's see, 250,000.
Robin says 1 million.
Okay.
And I guess that says Di says 250,000. Okay, so they're a pair, and they have two different thermostats. Did you see that?
Yep. That's all psychology. All psychology.
Stevens Boy said $100,000 a year.
Okay.
David Toomey says $120,000 a year. Okay.
Okay.
What about Facebook? Let's take a look. Facebook. Okay, here we go. Lamar, $100K to $120,000 a year. Tracy Lee says priceless.
Doesn't work, Tracy. You got to make sure you put a number on.
You need a number.
Let me just step in here for a second. The reason why you can't pick a number because there's something blocking you. Because you can't even say a number. You must let that go. You got to be so a matter of fact of what you feel in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, your whole existence of who you are as a human being. What do you believe you are worth? Scott
Sloan says 250,000.
Okay.
Tina Brewer says 365,000. Clinton says 200,000. Joyce Jolly says 150,000 per year.
Okay.
Kristen Clegg says I want 3,000 by the end of January. I want to make 10,000 by March, and I want to make 100,000 within 10 months. I want 2.2 million by February 2nd, 2022. I want to play big.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys some reality cases here, like being real with you guys. Okay. Now I love the answers, guys. I mean, this is really, really good and everything. The one that came the closest to me is Robin, I believe, right? Was it Robin that said 1 million?
Robin said 1 million.
Robin said 1 million. Okay, so you came the closest to my financial thermostat and what I believe what I'm worth. Okay, and that means a year minimum. I say minimum because I believe I'm worth more. So what I believe that I'm worth, okay, is at least minimum $1 million a year. But here's the next question I'm going to ask you guys. Okay? Lifetime. What do you think you're worth? Lifetime. Let's say you have only 25 years to live. Let's say you only have maybe 15 years to live. What do you think you are worth for the rest of your life?
This is a good exercise.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
And didn't Bob do this?
No.
He didn't do this?
No.
Who did this?
Me.
Exercise. You learned this from somewhere.
I've learned it through trainings and all
trainings. Yeah.
Let's see. I guess I'm going. Well, I guess I'm going to go along for the ride for the $1 million train. Laugh out loud.
Okay, so they said, Diane Robb says 30 million.
Okay, 30 million. Good.
Anyone else?
Okay, check Facebook. Scott Sloan, 1 billion. Okay.
Tracy Lee, 20 million.
Okay. All right, cool. There you go, man. That's how the numbers, man. 40 million. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So my next question to you is, okay? And before I get to this other question, I want to give you a reason why I ask you these certain kind of questions. Did you know that a millionaire is really more like middle class in today's society. Not like before in the 80s and the 70s, right? Someone that makes $1 million is really someone in the middle class who is wondering how they're going to survive. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Interesting. So if someone has $1 million, is that a lot of money to really survive for the rest of your life? You know how people talk about, oh, I make $1 million, I can live forever, and that's not the reality, right? So we must be really real with ourselves.
Right.
So in today's society, you want to literally be at $10 million minimum. At $10 million minimum.
Yeah.
To be really 100% like free, no worries of money, no worries about anything else. So the reason why I ask you these questions is because I want you guys to start thinking bigger. Now, the people that answered smaller numbers, that's a belief system. Someone that answers with smaller numbers that went under $1 million, it's a belief system. They feel like they can't hit it, okay? Because of programming, old paradigm, old way of thinking, doesn't know how to think about abundance.
Breeding environment.
Environment
Yes.
as well, which is due to the past.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand that you got to really be realistic with yourself and be like, oh my God, for me to be 100% free with no money worries whatsoever, okay? Because don't forget, when you make, what, $10,000 a month? IRS gets a pretty big chunk of that, right?
They do. They take it even when you make $1 million.
Yeah, and then after that,
right?
Guess what? You have to you have to live on something. Then you have to make sure you have some money to put away, right? You have bills. You have to live, okay? So there's different equations in this factor. So what is the magical number? Let me give you. I wrote some stuff down. So I want you guys to think minimum. To be really 100% free to start your target is to be at over 30,000. I would say like over 30,000 a month in income. That's a really good target to start at, over 30,000 a month.
And you can do that.
Yeah.
You really can. In this industry, it is possible.
Do you know, guys, check this out. Do you know that the majority of people always say, I want to make $10,000 a month? Do you know why most people say, I want to make $10,000 a month? Because that's a safety number.
That's what I was going to say. You took the words out of my mouth. It is a safety number.
We all say it. I mean, I said it in the beginning, right?
It's like a safe way of saying it. Yeah.
But we have to stop thinking small and start thinking bigger and know that we're worth it.
Yeah.
Okay? When you have a bigger target, you'll think bigger.
Exactly.
If you have a smaller target, you'll think smaller.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Remember that. So that was a really big lesson in there that I wanted to share with you today. And I think you guys got the gist of it. Okay? Now, I'm going to go over like 5 quotes from Bob Proctor, man, that I really, really love, okay? And I want to share it with you, and these are the ones that really stuck with me. And you want to start the first one, or you want me to start the first one?
Sure, I can start the first one. Okay, so Bob Proctor says, see yourself living in abundance, and you will attract it. It works every time with every person.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
I'll say it again for those of you who are just chiming in. See yourself living in abundance, and you will attract it. It works every time with every person. So he's telling you that it's possible. Doesn't matter what age you are, what experience, what background, you're human. And we are all humans. We are capable of attracting life's abundance. All we have to do is have the vision and see ourselves living abundantly. And we all have that power because it's all up here.
Absolutely. Because
it starts in the mind. We have to have that vision. Without the vision, you will not become abundant because you're not even putting it out there. The vibration is not in alignment with what you want to attract. Okay? Another law of attraction.
I'll let you do the next one too.
Sure. Okay. The next one. All right. Bob Proctor says, the only limits in our life are those that we impose on ourselves. This is so true because there are limits in our lives, but it is not someone else's fault that they are there. It is our fault, and therefore we must take responsibility for putting those limitations and imposing them on ourselves.
Exactly.
You're the one to blame that you say, I can't go further. Can't or won't. That's a limitation.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go now.
All right, so set a goal to achieve something that is so big, so exhilarating that it excites you and scares you at the same time.
I like that.
I know you like that one.
That was good.
Yeah. Set a goal to achieve something that is so big, so exhilarating that it excites you and scares you at the same time. Okay? Now the next one is, and I like this one because a lot of people get stuck in this mode. Okay? No amount of reading or memorizing will make you successful in life. It is the understanding and the application of wise thought which counts.
This is so true.
That was a little bit deep. Let me repeat that one more time.
Oh, that is so true.
No amount of reading or memorizing will make you succeed in life. It is the understanding and the application of wise thought which counts.
And I can relate to that because I was in a situation where I was invited to a community call, and there's this one guy that has read lots of personal development and growth mindset books, and he can quote them all. He can memorize every paragraph, every chapter. He can memorize those lessons. But here's the biggest problem. That gentleman not once took any massive action on any of the things that he read. That is a problem. So you can't memorize stuff and expect to become successful or expect results to fall into your lap. You could read all the books in the world and in the library's largest world, but guess what? Until you start taking action on those things, okay, that's when things are going to change. So absolutely, memorizing is not going to help you get successful.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we're going to have two more,
It's a good one.
and then we're going to take some Q&A
Okay.
for about 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. The next one is be like a postage stamp. Stick to it until you get there. This is another thing that I think
That's pretty
about.
cool.
Another thing I think about where we call it focus, right? Follow on course until successful. Be like a postage stamp. Stick to it until you get there. If you have a specific goal that you want to obtain, that you want to reach, the only way you're going to get there is if you stick it out and you stick it through. And no matter what happens, even through the failures, you're going to still fail forward until you get there. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
The next one is, what do you want? Sit down and write it out on a piece of paper. Write it in the present tense. Now, Bob Proctor is all about present tense. He doesn't talk about the past. He talks about the now. The present tense. So if you are involved in something, hence we are all involved in affiliate marketing and business, that's the present. Presently, we are striving for same or similar goals.
Yep.
So what do we want? We must write it out and have it plain written out so that we can see it, attract it, and it's already there. There's something about, and I learned this before with the law of attraction, where it said when you write out your goals, use a blue inked ballpoint pen.
I heard that too. You know where I heard that from? One of the millionaires, I wasn't named Dwayne Golden, that I had a private training session with him.
Yes.
Behind closed doors in West Palm Beach.
Yes.
It was there that he talked about that.
Use a blue ink
There's something to say
ballpoint
about that,
pen when you're writing out your goals in the present tense. There's something magnificent and magical about that. Yes, it has something to do with the law of attraction. It does. So think about what you want. Be clear on your vision and what it is that you want in the present tense, okay? And write it out.
Now, I know I said I would do only a couple more, but I have two more bonus ones I want to share with you, okay?
This is fun.
Faith and fear both demand you believe in something you cannot see. You choose. Faith and fear both demand you believe in something you cannot see. Last but not least, thoughts become things. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. Now, Man, I got chills off that one. Now, you know, I'm a visionary. Like, I have strong vision, and I always seem to make things happen from the visions that I create in my own mind. And I got chills from that because I truly believe that 100% without a shadow of a doubt. That if you put something in your mind so strongly and you put it into a picture, you literally could hold it in your hand over time if you truly believe in it. I'm telling you. Oh my God, I got chills.
All right, I got one more. If you get two, I get one.
No, you have two.
Right there. I got one more.
We can't stop. Look at you, can't stop.
I love this stuff. This stuff's good. Y'all want to do one more?
It's
up to them. I mean, they're all here, so. All right, well, make sure you smash that likes button. I'll do one more.
All right, we'll take 5 minutes for questions.
They got to hit that likes button. You see all the people in the chat? Okay. There's more than enough people in the chat. Y'all better hit that like button. Okay, here we go. Another one.
Okay.
Bob Proctor says, life can be absolutely phenomenal. Life can be absolutely phenomenal. And it should be. And it will be when you start using the secret.
Ooh.
Everybody here may not understand how the law of attraction works, and you don't have to. But there is one secret that everybody must learn to master, and we just told you it tonight. You got to manifest it in your vision first. You got to see it, and then when you see it, you'll be able to hold it in your hand. So your life can be phenomenal. Okay.
So we're going to close it out with this one.
Want me to do that one?
Yep.
Okay. Let's start with what we can be thankful for and get our mind into that vibration, and then watch the good that starts to come, because one thought leads to another thought.
And that's why he's one of my favorites.
Bob Proctor, man.
All right.
It. Now
that
we can do Q&A.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll do like 5 minutes.
Yes.
5 minutes. Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
You guys like that? So thinking about what we just talked about, what resonated with you based on what we talked about today? Okay, and what's your question? Go ahead and post the Q in the chat, both in Facebook and YouTube, and we'll go ahead and answer those questions.
Mama Jean just got here. She might want to like watch the the replay.
And if you're just joining us, try to keep up. Okay, here we go. What is your question?
Any questions, guys? If not, we could wrap it up. No.
A little delay there.
A little delay.
I see the comments coming in. They're just coming in as comments.
Yeah.
Comments are great, but we definitely want to see some questions regarding what we talked about. Nothing outside.
And if you don't, you just want to soak it in, that's cool.
Yeah, soak that in.
You know, I think today was a lot about soaking it in.
Mm-hmm.
Really good stuff here.
Great quotes, great things that he actually shared. And it's all about manifestation. And, the vision.
Yeah, I love Bob Proctor.
Thinking Grow Rich is where he actually gained a lot of his thought and training from.
Yeah.
Because he never leave home without it.
No, that's
he always
true.
has that book in his hand. He has that book in its original form in his hand. And it's all beat up and everything, and he shows you how old it is.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know? He has
That's one that uses the book.
Yeah, that's one that definitely, that
Yeah.
spine got to be broken.
And he always talks about it, too. That's all, he keeps it real. He says, success requires action and strong work ethic.
It does.
It does.
Yes.
You know?
So let's look at the chat here. Q, there we go. Rich?
Question, don't you think that you can manifest more the closer you get to your goal? You can actually visualize even more at that point. But for me, I like starting from the very beginning. When I want something to change in my life and I want to just move forward, in that moment, when I have that spark, that thought, that idea, I'll go into my own mind, like call it my own meditation, whatever you want to call it, but I'll go into my own mind and I'll start drawing out in pictures how I want something to be, or where I'm going, or what I'm doing, or what I want to achieve, and things like that. And then I'll see things start to just like unbuckle right before me, like all over me. It's just really weird. And I told you that before when I first met you. I said, watch, you're going to start seeing weird things happen around me.
Yes.
And she's witnessed lots of times, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, don't wait to get closer to your goal. Start visualizing right now. If you're brand new, if you're just getting started, and this is all new for you, this industry, this business, start right from the beginning. And how do you want your life to change? What's the first part of your life that you want to change? Is it a location that you want to change, you want to move to? Right. Then do it. If it's somewhere you've never been to, like you want to travel somewhere, then do it. Right. So how do you do that? I mean, you picture it in your mind how you can see it before it even happens. But you have to put it in such a strong picture that you can see it literally in 3D in your mind, right? Like it's real. You have to make it really real and tangible. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's when you actually start to see the things manifest before you, because when you have something so strong in your mind that you put it in your mind as a picture, when it's time to do what you have to do, your mind automatically flips to the subconscious mind and you start doing things by default.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So if you can default and unlearn the old paradigm and put the new paradigm in your mind,
right.
Understand if you keep practicing that, over time what's going to happen is it's going to start going back into your subconscious mind. So when you do things, you're just going to do it by default and you're not going to think about it because your subconscious mind is taking over. Because when we drive, a subconscious mind just takes over. It just does things that it knows, right? We just do things just because we do things. We're so programmed to do certain things.
Yeah.
That's why our brain works.
Like, it's funny because we were yesterday shopping at Best Buy, and you know how they have the aisles, and they have the aisles divided by these big columns, and the columns have like DVDs and products and things like that. So here I am, like, trying to chat and text, and all of a sudden, like, I didn't realize I passed 6 columns while I was walking. I thought I was walking straight, and really I went around the columns automatically.
It's crazy.
So your subconscious mind is telling you, it's like an autopilot almost.
What happened when we were driving the other day? My mind was thinking about something, and I missed a turn because I think subconsciously my subconscious mind was already going to that place.
See? Yeah.
Automatically. So you gotta really pay attention and be aware of the way your mind works.
Yeah.
So if you can understand how your mind works, then you can hack the shit out of your mind.
One more thing about that.
Hold on, Diane Robin, there was one thing I misunderstood him. She says, I don't want to visualize. I meant when you start seeing the manifestation come to life, you can start to even manifest a much bigger picture. Yes, absolutely, you can do that.
Your goals will change.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that happens with people who create vision boards is, one time they'll create the first vision board. It will have all their goals and their dreams and everything laid out. But then once they acquire those dreams and goals, they have to make another vision board and they have to have a bigger vision. Yeah. So it does change. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. 100%.
And the other thing I wanted to add to that was the fact that the way the subconscious works is, anybody here ever, like, you go to work the same route, the same way, the same entrance. Just one day, it's just, you don't have to go to work that day, but you still end up going to your job. You ever had that happen to you? You're driving, all of a sudden, you're like, what the hell did I pull into my job for? That's the way the mind works. You see? And just when you're like, wait a minute, it's my day off. What am I doing coming to work? Happens. It happens, doesn't it? I know I ain't the only one.
Okay, so David Toomey says, question, what if your visions have not come true? I get skeptical of visions that they will not come true. Well, there's a problem right there. If you're getting skeptical, you're already preparing your subconscious mind to what you're already thinking in the present moment, right? So right now, what you just said, it's going to default to your subconscious mind afterwards, right? Already it's being programmed as we speak at this moment in time when you just type that out. See, the mind is very, very tricky.
Yeah.
Okay, very, very tricky. And when we start to have visions about something, we have to be so sure and so matter of fact of exactly how we want something. But in the back of our mind, if we're thinking, well, I don't know if I believe in this stuff, and I'm still gonna give it a shot anyway. Your mind, you can't fool your mind. It'll go to your subconscious mind and it'll default to what is familiar to your old paradigm, your old thoughts, right? That's why it won't happen. Mm-hmm. And this is why people have come to me like, well, I've tried the vision thing, Rich, it doesn't work. And well, and I've learned about them that they're skeptical and they really don't believe it really 110%. You have to really truly believe in it 110%. That way, when you truly believe it 110% and you're not doubtful at all, then you start taking the necessary action. So when you have a bad day, or you have a a hiccup in your business, or something doesn't work out as planned, you know what I mean? It doesn't affect you because your vision is so sculpted, like Michelangelo could sculpt the coach, like just so clear and so visual that as you're doing the activities and you're having a bad day, it doesn't faze you because you know tomorrow might be better. You see what I'm saying? And you can tweak a little bit here, tweak a little bit there, and you're along your journey. And your journey, as you painted the sculpture in your mind, and as you're going towards the future, the next day, the following day, the next month, 6 months, a year down the road, you're physically manifesting the actual drawing.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
And with that, I also want to add,
That's deep.
It goes into the biblical
That's
sense
deep.
because, we today as, millennials, we call it law of attraction, but back in the day in biblical times, they say faith without works is dead. Therefore, faith without action is dead. You have to believe in it. You have to have faith in it, what you're doing. And if you're manifesting a specific type of goal or dream, you got to have faith that it is going to come true.
Yeah, I mean, it's so true. When I say, let's just take a step back here for a second, okay? Because I know this is really deep and everything, but for me, I'm really passionate about this.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you want something, let's just keep it very simple, okay? Let's say someone has a car that's breaking down, and they really wish to have a certain kind of car, okay? How would that happen? How can you truly physically paint the picture? And I mean physically paint the picture, meaning that whatever activities you're doing are physically scoping your reality right in front of you. Okay, I'm going a little bit deep here, but just stay with me. So it starts immediately with, okay, what year car do I want to get? What kind of car do I want to get?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I going to pick up the car? So that means I have to put these things together, and then once I put it together in my mind, I'm going to go physically away from my imaginary thought and go into the physical realm, right? Metaphysical world, physical world. Now we're going to go out to the physical world and start to manifest and start to paint the picture around what you want specifically. So when you go to a car dealership and you look, let's say you're looking at a Mercedes-Benz, you're not going to go to a Toyota dealership. You're going to go to a Mercedes-Benz dealership. And if you have a certain, car in mind specifically of, a BMW, you're not going to get a BMW SUV. You're going to get the car specifically that you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? You got to be so detailed and so matter of fact when you're drawing the mind, and when you're drawing that painting in your mind, that when you go out of the metaphysical to the real, to the physical, what you got to do is you got to paint the physical picture, and you're painting one part, painting the other part, painting the other part. So you may not see it, but it's happening because of what you did, in your mind first, in the metaphysical, okay? Because when it goes here first, it goes in your subconscious, right? And if you follow the subconscious, people ignore the subconscious a lot, but if you don't ignore it and you just follow the default and you just go towards it and say, okay, I'm going to a dealership today and I'm going to go take a test drive on this exact vehicle, model number, color, exactly what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guess what's going to happen? More and more circumstances are going to appear around your life to get closer and closer for that painting to be finished. Does that make sense? Physical painting. Metaphysical painting. Physical painting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay? So, I get all passionate about that
I
stuff.
know,
Man.
it's good. It's good stuff. Let's go here to Facebook and let's take a look here if we missed any cues.
Okay, Nora Jean says, paint picture of exactly what you want. Place on a vision board. Look at the vision board every day. Yes, that helps. It really does, visually see something. But you know what I find? I find people when they use vision boards, they're not really truly being honest. They kind of they put things here and there, and it's like they gotta start with one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's start with keep it simple. My motto is keep it simple. Okay, start with the first painting in your mind. What is it do you want? And I'm telling you, if it's something that you truly want and you're truly passionate about it, and you can't sleep sometimes because you can't stop thinking about it. It has to be like that. And then all of a sudden, when you go out there and you want to create your reality, it's going to literally start painting the physical picture around you. Okay? I'm telling you right now, this stuff is real.
Yes.
It's not BS.
Yes.
Okay? And you got to take it one step at a time. You can't. Like, when I first got into business, I was like, okay. I didn't say, okay, I want the mansion, I want the car, I want this, I want that. I did not do that. What I did was, when I first got in this business is, you know what? I want to travel to a tropical island.
Yes, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I want to travel to a tropical island. I want to have a drink in my hand.
And you told me to do
that. I want to feel the breeze in my hand. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to smell that salty air. I was so specific about the vision of what I saw that I stopped at nothing and just kept grinding, working. The business started, the physical picture started being painted. And then we got, we got an opportunity to go to Maui, Hawaii. Now, here's the funny thing. The company was new. You guys know it's San at the time, 2016. We didn't know what the next product was going to be. We didn't know the name of it. We didn't even know where it was going to be.
Yeah.
All we knew was Pro.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that was available at the time.
It's true.
So the next thing, guess what? It was Maui Intensive. Where's Maui? On a tropical island.
Yeah, it is.
So what happened? We ended up being on a tropical island. We started smelling the salty air. And I reflect back to her and I told her, remember that? The vision that we talked about and stuff like that?
Yes.
One specific idea, one specific imagination, one specific metaphysical painting in your mind to go to your subconscious mind. So when you're doing things by default on a daily basis, you're not even thinking about the failures. All you're thinking about is, how could I succeed? How could I make it happen?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's the big picture. So
Let's scroll up for a minute. I just want to make sure that we didn't pass
any
anything.
questions?
There is some. There's some. Up, 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 up.
There's more?
Yeah. See?
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
So Tracy Lee asks, so just think that you want 20 mil a year and go get it.
Nope.
Not quite,
Nope.
Tracy.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. When most people, they look at money and they look at that million, that word million, right? Because it's embedded in our brain through school, like, million, or seeing a rich person, million, or lottery, million, or the news, million, or millionaire. And then all of a sudden, we focus on the wrong thing. We don't want to focus on the word million because it's just BS. It's a facade. It's fake. It's not real. What is real is the activities that you lay out in front of you to get to that first million.
True.
You see how people look at the wrong thing? We're so programmed to look at the wrong thing.
Well, you can't be a millionaire with with a minimum wage work ethic.
Yeah.
You can't.
Don't look at the word million.
Exactly.
Like for me, like when I bought my car, I didn't look at the price of my car. I just looked at the car specifically.
Exactly.
And what activities I have to do to get that car. Right? I'm going to work on making my first million. But what is it that I have to do to make that million? Do you see what I'm saying? Let me just make sure you guys can see that. See my board? Like, what is it do I have to do to get to that first million? Look at the work I do, right? It's not about million. It's about the activities to get to that million. You get what I'm saying? And this is what we must focus on. We can't focus on like the lottery mindset, like, oh, million. Yeah, I got to make a million. Oh,
yeah,
God.
See?
That word million.
Yeah.
It drives you freaking bonkers.
Keeping it real.
But if we focus on activities to get to certain numbers,
exactly,
then we could definitely focus on the actual picture in our mind. And if we have the picture in our mind, let me just fix this a little bit.
Yeah.
And if we have the picture in our mind, like what I just drew up there.
Right.
See,
right,
guys.
Right. Yeah.
Norma, that's my vision board. See what I'm saying? That's my vision board. I get things down to a science how I see something in my mind.
And we look at that
every day.
And then
I paint it.
Yep.
And then I take action on that reality.
Exactly.
Some failures, some success. But I never stop painting.
Yes, yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's the big picture. Most people always focus on the word million. Million. I got to make a million. Lottery ticket. Always says, hey, you're going to make $1 million with the lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
30 million.
Yes.
Right? You ever notice that? We're so embedded to look at the word million. that's just not it. It's not it. The people that take action on specific activities to get to that income is what the word they should be looking at. Those words like generating leads, following up, how could I double the income? How could I create bonuses? How could I, you get what I'm saying? All the things that can get closer and closer to an activity to get to that number, not the number, the activities to get to the number, that's how it works.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Let's take a look over here. Go back up there so I can see the questions.
Okay, let me see here. I think we missed some. There we go.
Nope.
No, we're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's look over here on Facebook. Right after that question from Tracy, there was another question after it. So go back up to Tracy.
Okay. I think it was right here, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Norma Jean says, I told my doctor what you just said about subconscious and they gave no Prozac. Laugh out loud. No, thank you. I like my subconscious thoughts. Crazy how American medicine is practiced now. Of course.
Oh, God. They just want to dumb you down.
They want to dumb you down, you know? Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
Scott Sloan says, speak life. Yeah, life is full of abundance. You know, it cracks me up. There's a comedian that I really like. Joe Rogan. Anybody Joe Rogan fans out here? Love Joe Rogan. He fucking rocks. And it was one part in his stand-up. He was standing up on stage. He was doing his thing. And
he was high as fuck.
And he was high. And then all of a sudden, he's like, life is great, man. Life is freaking awesome. And then there's this person who's an idiot in the audience and says, life sucks. And then Joe just looks at him and he's like, life sucks. He's like, man, look, what are you talking about? Life sucks. Remember he said that? What did he say?
He said something about you make life suck.
Yeah, he's like, it's your fault. You made your life suck. You know? He was like, you got to get with it, man. Life is wonderful. Life is great. Life is what you make of it. Okay?
Guys, I want to show you something, what I've been working on.
Yeah.
I've been working on something great for the team for 2019. I'm testing the responsiveness of the leads now. Before we let you go, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. Let me go over to my autoresponder. Okay. And
remember, nothing changes and you are not going to get results if you don't take, like Rich says, the necessary action on the vision to create the activity that's going to reach the goal.
Exactly. So you can see right here, guys, I've been playing with some bigger numbers. And I've been focusing more on what's up? What's going on?
Can they see it?
Yeah, they can see it.
Okay.
Okay. No, actually they can't see it. Hold on. You're right. Sorry, guys.
See.
You gotta press that button.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
So, guys, I've been playing with some bigger numbers, in this industry, and I've been testing out some new traffic sources. And that number at the total would have been over 20,000 if I didn't clean my list, right? But I learned not to do that anymore.
You live and learn.
So now I'm looking at the leads right now that I'm getting. I'm getting new types of traffic, and I'm testing the responsiveness of that traffic. And I can tell you that I'm at that point now to see if the traffic source is going to be good. And so far, I like what I see. They are opening up the emails. They are responding. And that to me is really important. That means the leads are responsive. It's all 100% USA traffic, not Europe, not anywhere else, but just USA. That's the traffic that I'm focusing on. And I'm letting you know, for our team members at MTI in 2019, for the new year, I'm going to be rolling this out for you guys, okay? For you to understand how to do this, all right? You could really get a lot of traffic consistently on a daily basis, and you don't have to pay for clicks, you just pay for leads, okay? These are for our MTI members only. So look forward, enjoy your Christmas, guys. Enjoy your holidays. Have a great time. And when you get back, okay, from the holidays, we got work to do, okay? So I just wanted to show you that, guys. Let me just stop that. Boom. There we go. Okay. So it's good stuff. I just want to share with you guys, give you guys a sneak peek what we've been working with. And like I said, I paint the picture on the wall, guys. I take action on what I paint, okay? So now I'm physically, what? I'm physically painting and manifesting my reality of what I saw in my mind that I put on the wall. So it's visual in my mind, right? Now is physically being manifested right before me. I wrote 100 leads a day from different offers. I'm testing one right now, and what I'm seeing is the growth happening right before my eyes. Okay? So, just to let you know, guys, I've always done this. Ask Ace, and it's always worked for me. It's always worked for me. If I could see it, I could draw it up. That's why I told you guys to get a whiteboard. We told you guys to get a whiteboard, because that's the true vision board.
If you are poor, broke, got lint in your pockets, you definitely got to figure out how to get a whiteboard.
Get a whiteboard.
That's what we're going to tell you.
Get a whiteboard. If you can see it, you can achieve it. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. That whiteboard is powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
How many formulas have I drawn up since you met me?
Since I met you, yeah, every single one, and we took the phone and took pictures of every single drawing formula.
Have all the formulas worked?
Yeah.
No.
The ones that actually we took action on?
No. But all the formulas that I've drawn.
Oh no! Every single one? No, not every single one have worked, but you still put action into it.
But even though they didn't work, I still put action.
You still put action into it.
You gotta be willing to bite the bullet and go through the motions, right?
Absolutely.
Because you're still painting.
Because you never know which one does work.
Right. It's all about testing. I always talk about that, right?
Exactly. We were testing it.
Just like, you're painting. You're physically painting your reality right in front of you. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. That's why I get excited about that. So. And
you can't go, sometimes some people, they get a little bit too excited over one particular traffic source, and they have no clue or understanding of how it works, and so they put all their hopes and dreams and desires into that one traffic source, including their money, and then they get very disappointed when they get sold short. Yeah. And they don't see the results immediately.
Exactly. And that's the problem. It's like, if you can, mentally see it, draw it up on your whiteboard, take action on it. Man, I was drawing squares and lines and how I want my emails to look. And, I was going crazy. You know what I mean? Drawing, one list, going to another list. I drew all that stuff out before I even created it as a bonus.
Douglas almost made me choke on my saliva. Douglas says I need a link. Well, Douglas, I think what will happen is Rich will send you a message. Right? You want to send a private message for that?
Send a message afterwards.
We'll send you a private message, Douglas, for a link for more info on how to get locked arms with us. You want to start working together and getting your stuff together with your online business, absolutely.
And getting coach and mentored and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes. And don't forget, guys, this Friday, we're going to have a hot seat, like we always do, but we're also going to make a special announcement on that hot seat for a holiday special, end of the year Christmas deal.
We got to wear hats.
We wear hats.
We gotta wear hats.
We gotta wear hats, absolutely. And what we're gonna do is we put together a really nice bonus package for new members to lock arms with us and sign up with us in the Power Lead system at the
Special
MTI
holiday
level.
One, huh?
At the MTI level.
I'm excited about that
and what's cool about it is we're gonna put two bonus packages together. One is for those who just want to go MTI and are going to be affiliates, or you could go all in and receive a special treat. So.
Oh wow.
That's going to be good.
I didn't know about this, guys.
It's going to be good.
She's spraying it on me right now.
Hey, I'm a master of bonuses, man. What do you expect?
Wow. So I guess you were paying attention to Maui, weren't you?
I was paying attention to Maui, for sure. So that's what we're going to put together this Friday for a holiday annual sale. We're going to put at the end of the year sale. It's going to be really awesome. We're really going to sweeten the deal for you guys so you don't have any excuses of not taking any massive action on your online business, okay? So very important. Douglas, that deal will not come out today. We're going to mention it on Friday, so you have to come to the hot seat for that. But other than that, we'll still give you a link for how to lock arms with us and get coaching and mentorship. And
and you know what? If you come in tonight, what we'll do, we'll grandfather you in for it. So
we'll grandfather you into it. Absolutely. We can do that. But you got to take action. You got to get positioned. That's the only way you get access to me and Rich is because, we're the real deal. Yep. All right, let's see.
Going. We don't mess around.
Joyce Jolly says, successful people leaves clues. Thanks, Ace and Rich. Real talk.
Absolutely.
I think we left a lot of breadcrumbs along the way since we started this channel.
A lot of breadcrumbs.
A lot of breadcrumbs. Y'all just got to follow the dots. You don't connect the dots going forward. Like Steve Jobs says, you connect it going backwards. So that's the way I always look at things in life, is you connect the dots going backwards, and that's where the breadcrumbs are.
Lamar says, I want to see the hats again.
You want to see the hats again? We'll bring out the Santa hats for sure. Yeah. That was a fun hot seat last Friday.
Samuel LaRose says, I think I just peed.
You guys are so awesome. Oh my goodness.
Oh, God, we got so much more stuff.
And somebody asked if we're still going to do a hot seat next Friday because it'll be after Christmas. So I know how everybody is busy with the family, things like that. Guys, as entrepreneurs, we to take days off, okay?
Yeah.
Please understand that. So if somebody's like, yeah, I don't take days off, you're going to be with your family, spend time. Listen, money never sleeps, okay? Money never sleeps. So what we will be doing is a special hot seat from New Jersey, because I'm going to go see my mom. And I'm really excited about that. I get to spend Christmas with my family in New Jersey. And we're going to do a Jersey special hot seat in New Jersey, in my hometown in Trenton. So I'm really excited about that. And you guys
we might have to drive on Christmas Day.
Yeah, we might have
in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
Early in the morning. We have to drive probably about 4. No, you know what?
It takes us like 4 hours to drive.
Yeah, 4.5 hours. We have to leave like 3 in the morning.
But we're taking the dogs this time.
Oh boy.
We're taking our min pins. Our min pins by design. We're taking them.
All right, guys. So we got a meeting in a couple minutes. We love you and appreciate you, and we're gonna see you on a new live very soon.
Thank you so much.
And tomorrow, of course, is all about affiliate marketing for beginners. I think it's episode 47 or 48. I lost track.
You better keep up, man. You're the one that's writing the numbers.
It's something like that, right? Yeah. It's been really a success. We've been really helping out a lot of people with affiliate marketing training.
We're really excited. I mean, just yesterday we had, was it yesterday? No, today we had a new guy that came in, and Scott Sloan had 12 gold sales, so congratulations,
12
Scott.
gold, damn.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Rolling the numbers like
Competition is heating up.
It is.
I love it.
Yeah, and Clinton just made another gold sale today.
What?
See?
We
on fire.
Team members are rocking it in.
We are on fire, and if you'd like to be a part of that, definitely come on board.
Yeah, it's all about just really kick them off the cliff.
But they got to be MTI. That's the only way they're going to learn.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
All right, guys. So we're going to see you real soon, guys. We got to go. We got a meeting right now in a couple minutes.
Yeah, we got to get going, guys.
1 minute.
Thank you so much for actually participating, bringing your questions forward, your comments. We love all the engagement, the likes, the hearts, the share. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a beat when Ace and Rich are live here on Freedom by Design. And definitely become a Freedom Warrior when you subscribe. And make sure you tune in every day, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget the amazing uncensored hot seat coaching call we've been doing for over 8 years now. It's been successful, and it's life and business transformational. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays, where you get to be put in the hot seat and ask us all your questions that you need to help you with your business.
When you get testimonials from people that are not on your team.
And we got testimonials to prove it. Yeah.
All right, guys, make sure, once again, smash that likes button. I see a lot of people over here. Let's hit that likes button and smash it. Let YouTube know that we're killing it. And we'll see you soon, guys. Love and appreciate you. And, it's been a good one.
All right. Take care, guys.